in order to take on the amount of land that's going to trade hands in the next decade, we need companies like Fractal and other private investments in order to do this. Because, like I said, the average age of a farmer, especially north of the border, is 60 to 61 this year. 80% of the land's going to change hands, whether through succession or sale. There's not enough farms that are, right of that column that says we're not going to buy anything to actually take on all the land that I think will be trading. So from that standpoint, any way of getting additional financing and access to capital, like it's one of our biggest risks on our farm is that can we have the ability to continue growing at these rates? So that's why obviously, like I said, I spend a lot of time with Ben and we talk a lot of this stuff is that land is going to be available. It's just who's ready to buy it.
Yeah, it's always that next one, right? You get something done and then it's having access to capital on that next sale because sometimes you don't know what you don't know. All of a sudden you buy something because it's across the road, and then another one on the backside of your farm comes up, and how do you have access to the capital and you don't want to give it up? So having these things in place ahead of time, you don't have to use them right away, but get these things in place because that's what's going to create the opportunity for growth if you set yourself up for that. But, and that's really the key, I think.
We've seen in my area a large number of investors, both independently and large groups, come in and buy in farm ground. And they have different level of resources, and I'm going to say tens and hundreds of millions of dollars of cash that the local farmer just can't compete with. And so when we talk about having a plan A, a plan B, a plan C, you need to start thinking maybe a little bit differently in order to compete with some of these outside resources and having a lot of different plans in place, whether it's partnerships with different farmers or a partnership like a Fractal who is there to keep the ownership local and in your name.